And as I look back over my life, I realized that I put up with a lot of stuff that I would never put up with on today. And I'm realizing the only thing that changed was my mindset and the way I started to love and care about myself. I can remember days where I was put out, lied on, triangulated, cheated on, lied to, and just treated like a piece of trash. All because that person felt like they could treat me any kind of way. And truth be told, I attracted that energy into my life. That is what I attracted because I was in my broken state. I didn't know who I was. I'm not afraid to talk about my past and the things that I done because I'm not perfect. I'm not God. I'm a disciple. And I still go through daily struggles. I still go through daily refinement. Let me just say it like that, because as a chosen one, we don't really struggle. We transform and we become better. So I'm not perfect by any means, and I'm not afraid to talk about my past. So I can remember before I even knew who I was, and I believe this is a generational curse. And God has called me to be the curse breaker, just as He has probably called you to be the generational curse breaker in your family. But I can remember getting out of one relationship and getting it right into another one. Getting out of one relationship and not even giving myself time to process what really happened, what it is I really want out of my life for myself. It was just always, I got to connect on to another person to get over the one that I just left. Or I got to connect to somebody else to quiet the noise of everything that just previously went on. It was never a one-on-one type of thing for myself, and it was never getting the alone time with God and just really figuring out who I was. And so I would just put up with the bare minimum. I would put up with anything, which is why I attracted so much of that stuff into my life. And on today, God brought it back to my memory because He wants me to talk about this. Baby, become a better version of you. Heal so that you will be whole, because there are so many people out here doing the same exact thing that I used to do. Jump in and out of relationships, one relationship in, I'm picking up another one. It's never gonna work. It always gets worse and worse and worse. It's never gonna get easier because you are in your broken state. And this might not be your story. This might not be the video for you. But for the ones that it resonates with, this one is for you, baby. While being in your broken state, you cannot attract anything but brokenness. In order for you to get what God has for you, you're going to have to be alone. You're going to have to allow yourself to feel what you feel. Endure the pain. Work through all of your emotions, especially if you've experienced being with a narcissist. You've got to rebuild yourself all over again. You got to tear that old stuff down. That old stuff got to be torn completely down. It's got to be torn down completely. And God just says, I cannot put new wine in old wineskins. You got to be torn down. You're going to have to allow God to rebuild your life again. And in order to do that, it's going to just have to be you and Him. It can't be you, him, and your old boo from decades ago. It can't be you trying to get right with him and heal yourself while you are still dibbling and dabbling in the old ways. No, it's going to take for you to completely shut everything down. You might not be able to see yourself being that person right now or that version of yourself right now. But I'm telling you now, it's very imperative that you slow down especially if you have been involved with a narcissist. You've got to slow down. You've got to allow God to rebuild you. You got to tear all of that old stuff down. That old way of thinking, the old version of you, that's got to be torn completely down. The enemy thrives when we don't know who we are. He thrives whenever we don't love ourselves. This is why there are so many people right now, and they are going through so many mental health issues, because they are connected to so many different spirits. And once you get connected to one person, you are then taking on all of their spirits and all the spirits that they was with previously before they got with you. Can you see how that will cause a whole bunch of mental things going on up there? People don't look at the spiritual part of X. I don't know if I can say that here. But people don't look at the spiritual aspect of it. Whenever you lay down with somebody, you're not just enjoying that pleasure. You are now taking on everything that person had on them, and everything the previous person had on them. And some people don't care. But for you, you are a vessel that's designed to be here for God's purpose. You were never designed to be a tool of the enemy. If this message is for you, I pray that it finds you well. But it is time to surrender your life to God. If you really want what is best for you, if you really want to love you, if you really want God's best, because in this world, there is somebody that is made for you. And it's not a narcissist. It's not a toxic person. It's not somebody that you got to watch over your shoulder about. It's not a liar. It is somebody that's going to know you. It's going to feel like you've known them all your life. And God has shaped them. He's molded them just for you. You deserve God's best. Regardless of any lie that anybody has told you in your past, you deserve God's best. And you're going to get it. Surrender and live your life the God way. There's so many benefits. So many benefits. And that's the man that really truly loves you for real. You don't got to watch. You don't got to watch over your back. You ain't got to worry about it. He loves you for real. He wants the best for you for real. I love you. You're going to be all right.